welcome back to Christy's Kitchen. I'm Christy, and today we're going to be making salmon cakes. Remember, we have new recipes each week. Don't forget to subscribe down below. I'm going to explain to you how I did it. It's a very simple, easy recipe. We're going to take about a pound and a half of salmon, and what I did is I poached it. We poached it with some white wine, about a cup and a half. Or about 1.5 bottles of these little tiny things, or a cup and a half of, a big bottle if you're a wine drinker. You're going to poach that in a 400-degree oven for 30 minutes, and you're just going to let that wine enter the salmon, and it really gives it a very good flavor. You can use fresh salmon, and I would say if you're going to use frozen, to let it thaw out. I would not use canned. Canned salmon tends to have too many bones, where here you can really find all the little bones and make sure that those don't make it into your salmon cakes. So we're going to poach this, and this is what your outcome is. You're going to let that cool, and then we're going to be mixing all of this into a bowl. We're going to be cutting about 6 scallions. I already started. I cut a couple already. We're just going to cut the rest of these so that we have it. I like to use the entire scallion, the green and the white. I know there's a lot of debate on that, but why waste it? It all has really good onion flavor. So we're going to finely chop these and put them in our bowl. Okay, almost done. All right. And take these, throw them in our bowl, along with the other 4 that I already chopped. All right. Next, I like to use the tri-colored coleslaw. It gives that extra crunch into the salmon cake. Literally, what I usually do is go through my vegetable drawer, whatever I have in there, I grate it, chop it very fine, and then you just add it in there. So you literally can add any type of vegetable you want into the salmon cakes, and it's not going to make it taste any different. It'll just all be very good in there. So this is about a cup and a half. I'm going to chop a few more handfuls of this, and you can just buy this coleslaw anywhere. But I like to finely chop it a little bit more than it is in the bag, just so that we don't have huge chunks of cabbage when we're eating our salmon cakes. So we're just gonna do a rough chop, just trying to get it a little bit smaller pieces. And we're gonna add that. So like I said, it's about 2 cups of the cabbage. And even if your family's not huge cabbage, it just kind of integrates into the salmon, so it'll taste really good. All right. All right. Next, I'm going to add, we're going to move this over here so you can better see what I'm doing. Next, we're going to add about 3 tablespoons of mayo. This will just make them very not dry, so we want to make sure we add about 3 tablespoons of mayo. Okay. I like to use 1 egg at a time. I'll put 1 egg in and then see how wet it is, and then we go from there. You don't want it too wet, but I'll show you the consistency you're looking for, almost like a mud pie. Okay. All right, next we're gonna add in our salmon. And this is where you get messy and you get your hands in there. So you're gonna break it apart. I don't add the skin. I don't think it tastes very good because it's not crispy. And then you just break it up. So make sure you feel for bones to make sure you throw all those out and get those out. I like to just do a little bit at a time. Make sure you feel for any bones. I kind of like to do that before I put it in the oven. Sometimes you can feel the bones already there and you just can pull those out. So we're just gonna break that apart. Again, see how I'm leaving the skin? That's just not, they don't taste as good in the salmon cakes. All right, so far so good. All right. And because you poach the salmon, it's actually very moist. And it tastes really good that way. All right, almost done. And then I'll rinse my hands. Okay, there we go. Next, we're going to add some breadcrumbs. I have about 1.5 cups the breadcrumbs, and you just kind of want to work it. And then you can see if you need more breadcrumbs or if that other egg is necessary. So it's definitely starting to bind together. All right, I think we need a little bit. I think we are going to need that extra egg for sure. This is a get your hands dirty kind of. So it makes it a little bit easier. So there's that. And we're going to add a little bit more breadcrumbs also. And these are really good. I've used red bell peppers and zucchini. I shredded it and put it in there. So literally, if you have all those extra vegetables that you're just not sure if, what you're going to do with, this is a great place to throw them in to your salmon cakes. All right. So your salmon cakes, like I said, should be the consistency of almost like a mud pie. So, and I usually make them about this big, not too big. So they're about, size of a lime. And then we're going to throw them in our oil and fry them up till they're golden brown. I don't try to crowd the pan. I use a small pan because I like the way this one fries up. So I do 2 or 3 at a time. Let me rinse my hands here a bit. All right. Make sure your oil is not too hot, but just hot enough so that we get a good golden brown on here. Well, not quite ready. Okay, this one. See how nice and golden that is. So that's what we're looking for. Give this one a few more seconds. And because everything's pretty much cooked except for the egg, it doesn't really take that long. You just want to get that golden brown on both sides. There we go. Almost done. I like to put them on a plate so that we can drain any excess oil off of it. So what I do is I'll just fry up a bunch of them, stack them on here, and then you can serve it with like a small little salad on the side, or even pretty much everything, because you're pretty much getting your meat and vegetables in one spot. Let's see. All right, that looks pretty much done. And here you have it. Salmon cakes. All right, we'll do a few more and then we'll serve it. And there you have it, salmon cakes, and they're going to be delicious.